5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning to you.
Good morning out there.
Good morning to all of you.
out there.
On this Monday, yes, Monday. Case of the Mondays.
I am on my 3rd cup of coffee. Anybody else having a hard time this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Drivers are expected to experience record congestion today.
Around 100 workers are losing their jobs.
Are you feeling stressed out these days? Hey, guess what? Join the club.
Violent altercations can happen from even the most minor lapses by drivers.
I post it every day, 10 times a day, for 3 years now.
Too many people out there think they can multitask while operating a vehicle.
Incivility is a major issue in America. Rudeness can breed more rudeness.
We were born angry.
And with anger comes a lack of
When
self-control.
you are very angry, you lose a lot of self-control.
Hello, and welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experiment of the movie podcast designed with one thing in mind: find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Hoffman. I'm joined by my co-host, Mad Scientist, Rob Scucci, and Bob Hasek. Hey guys, how are you? And why are we doing Unhinged?
Are you having a stroke? I should be asking how you're doing, Chris.
I was in such a hurry to get on the pod. I was shoving pizza in my mouth, just got my kids into bed, and then you tell me that we don't have bad credit names, so that I take 2 minutes out of our podcast time to make one and send it to you, and I accidentally titled it Binge Aims. So we'll hear that later. Give me some grace if you would. I love you all. You know, I might be having a stroke.
You know what I love about that intro, which is in fact the actual intro to the movie after a scene that we'll get into later. It tells you just how angry people get over the smallest perceived slight, and then how it just snowballs exponentially for no fucking reason when it could be resolved like that at any given point.
Like this film.
Yes.
To your point.
So I'm great because I love it when it's spoon fed to me, so I can make little poopies out of it. Bob, how are you?
I'm just gonna remind everyone we do no edits in this show.
That's part of our charm.
Yeah. So
I'm ready.
Let's get into this.
Send me to the description.
Bob's gonna explain the movie.
Mexican guy says to black guy, I'm gonna give you $10, you can buy me some beer, I'm gonna loan you my car. Black guy borrows his car, goes to supposedly buy him some beer, and all of a sudden he gets out of the car for some reason and somebody hits him on the head.
The best explanation.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Rotund and reckless Russell road rages ruthlessly rather than reflecting, then rejecting the rules and ramming a Range Rover.
That's true. He does do that.
Rotund and reckless Russell road rages ruthlessly rather than reflecting, then rejecting the rules and ramming a Range Rover?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I would say correct, but right fits the alliteration.
All
True.
Right.
Okay, so here we go.
Right
a
on.
Man, and by the way, he was credited as the man, even though his character name had a name in the movie.
Yes.
He's seen setting fire to a home and bludgeoning 2 people with a hammer. You don't really know that it's his ex-wife, and I'm not sure it's ever said, but that's the case, according to like the other synopsis
Wikipedia
of the movie that I read. Yeah. But anyhow, fast forward not very far. A young, recently divorced or currently divorcing mom is struggling with her small business. Cuts off the same hammerman and causes him to get upset and demanding an apology from her. From that point, he stalks her, tries to kill her, actually kills acquaintances of hers, and eventually she kills him. Nobody is likable except maybe her kid and her brother. I kind of liked him. And then the end. Question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
This movie
that about sums it up.
Pissed me off so much.
Okay,
I'm glad
it's aggravating. I'll give you that.
Yes. Okay. YouTube
get
comments?
into
Already some concessions. All right. I'm ready.
Well, I told Rob once I watched the clips again to send
C-
them over to him, like to get the like, all right, I'm going from a C to a C minus.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I've given up all ground. I'm still on the hill. So
All right.
Go ahead, Rob.
right, here we go.
I don't feel anything.
After reading these human comments, I had to bring in two.
Yeah.
The first one is it's a fake exchange between the director and Russell Crowe, and director and cut. Good job, Russell. This movie looks great. Russell Crowe. This was for a movie. Fighting around the world. And then my favorite comment, which is like the whole problem I have with this movie, is she drove everywhere except to a police station.
I know.
Yeah.
Which is explained. No. But we'll get into that too. That's a little foreshadowing for later, because I definitely will talk about that.
All right.
Let's throw it then to test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
Sure.
Oh, hi. You don't look so good.
You're looking kind of grizzly.
I have a lovely sack of coconuts.
Test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
I think it's my turn this week.
Yeah, I think I went first last. So.
All right.
Well, if you went first last, it's my turn.
It's Bob's. All right.
Should be Bob.
You want to go? I wasn't paying it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I went alliteration heavy on this, so just get ready.
Nice.
Get your ears ready.
Yeah.
Crow crashes cars and kills counselor. Mm-hmm. Definitely devoid of what he did down under. Unlikable lead, luckily lives. Family and friends likely forgive. Certainly more silly sadism than I can suffer.
I like it.
All right, yeah. Yeah, me too.
All right. Now it's my turn? Okay. Tom Cooper killed his ex-wife, but that's not why he feels miffed. Rachel pulls up behind him and honks like a bitch. He asks for an apology. She says, hell no, by golly gee. She could have just lied, but she'd rather endanger her kid.
All right, ours are similar.
All right.
Starting with the same first 2 words, I think. Tom Cooper was a man who went crazy. Of a sudden chased after a lady. Got fucked by his job, so he went super slob. But some say she deserved it. Maybe.
She did. She totally fucking did.
Yeah, she did.
Like, if it were up to me, if I were Russell Crowe, I would have just like gotten out at the first traffic light and just strangled her in front of her fucking child. And I think not a jury in the world will convict him.
Yeah, they would have gone into the courtroom thinking so, but then her speak for a few minutes and she'd be dead. Never mind.
I overslept and I was mad that I was late, so I took it out on this guy after I lost a client because I don't take my work seriously.
Yeah, because I'm not a responsible parent.
Like, I don't know. Maybe she's just like that post divorce, but I'm pretty sure her personality is the reason she's in the situation she's in as a single mom. Who whatever. Anywho.
I think that I'm with you in that she could have taken her startup business a little more seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. So, who wins?
Oh,
I'm leaning Rob 4-5.
Strong.
I was gonna go Bob 4.
I'll go Chris 4-5.
So I win.
Fuck.
Team win.
Rob wins.
Oh,
No, Rob wins.
Oh.
Yeah, I had 4.5.
Damn it. Fuck. Damn it.
The man who votes for himself thinks it's unfair.
Yeah, this is wrong. This is totally wrong. Speaking of which, I think I voted for myself like 3 times on the poll, but then I think everyone voted for me. Let's start to test number 2. This is the most offensive.
Yeah.
If we slow it down, we can actually pull the bullets enter and exit.
How offensive!
Rob, this really is your season, man. You're winning everything, and I'm getting a little sick of it.
I know. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I hate it.
All right.
Number
5.
Truffle Crow. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I totally wrote Truffle Crow, but no. Here's a clip. It's our second of the day.
The second clip of the day. So we're gonna go to here.
This is Forced
Okay,
Force.
start soon.
Come on,
I can't do
Freddie. We gotta be real.
Real about what? What does that even mean?
She was getting lost in her own neighborhood.
You know, but to be fair, I still get lost in our old neighborhood.
Even with a phone?
Yeah. Yeah, the streets in Linwood Springs are like a frickin' maze of spaghetti.
Kyle, grab a granola bar, we gotta go. I already ate. Bye, guys. See you after school.
See you, dude. Blow it up in there.
Bye, buddy.
Morning, Rachel.
Oh, Kyle. Morning, Rosie. New ride?
Yeah, we've gone minivan.
It suits you.
What a fucking bitch!
Yeah, for real. For real. Wait, don't say anything, though.
All
right, so what we're referencing in that clip, although I'm very glad that the audio ran as long as it did, because...
I had to. Yeah.
It's just not yet. This is a thing that you guys were really mad about, that A24 movie, Hereditary. The, like, foreshadowing that you just know is going to come in later.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking about the maze of spaghetti that's Grandma's neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And anytime that we have any foreshadowing, that obviously gets aggravating.
Yeah.
Bob's chopping up cocaine over there, I think.
Nah.
Just getting ready to do another line.
All right.
All right, I withdraw the accusation. Number
4.
Underfunded federales.
Yeah.
So the police have no presence in this town, this city, whatever this is. And I think
zero presence.
Yeah, except for when they're conveniently there to be trampled, pancaked by trucks in ridiculous car crashes. But
that was awful yet awesome.
Yeah, I mean, okay, all right. I'm gonna bring it up again later.
The action was pretty good.
I know. I have written down for everything. Like every segment, I have that written down.
For real. Okay, but yeah, underfunded police. I mean, and really what's insulting is that they think police would be this absent in a city that houses at least, I don't know, 500,000 people. There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic on that highway. So I don't know where they are. I don't know if they ever say, but
and it's not even a highway. It's definitely city streets. Like there's no question.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
They're all probably in hot pursuit of an unarmed and innocent inner city kid.
Yeah, I know a white man was chasing a woman around the city, but this black kid was wearing a hood though.
And he had skills.
Yeah. It's a very valid point. You're probably right.
Yeah. He might be right. Number
3.
This particular moment, it's only a few seconds long in this movie, but it really pissed me off. Idiot adolescent accidentally alerting intruder to attic or area.
Yeah.
I am so sick of this fucking trope of kids being that dumb that they don't see the giant pile of metal something that they knock over when they're afraid for their fucking lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is infuriating.
Like, why set up a nook in the attic that he could never find if you're just gonna have him? Like, why not just make the kid like dumb enough to like? I guess because he's smart, but like make him hide in the closet or a wardrobe or something, and then Crow finds him anyway.
Yeah,
that would make him more menacing. You know,
instead of lumbering through like a pile of scrap metal while holding 2 piggy banks that have loose caps on the bottom.
Yeah.
There's a great there's a not so good Marx Brothers movie that has one great scene. They're sneaking into a house and they're like, it's super quiet and you can't hear the window open and they're like tiptoeing. And then as soon as Harpo leans into the room, he lands on a piano.
Oh, that's awesome.
Classic.
It's just it's so well done. That's the funny part of what they're trying to make serious.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
And for your Lord of the Rings heads out there, it's the Peregrine knocks the skeleton down the well. That's
exactly. Yes.
Of, yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. Number
2. I just heard it humming and buzzing. That's all I heard.
Like my intro.
Yeah.
All right. We clipped this earlier, so we're not going to play the clip again, but at the end of the clip, you heard this mom being a total bitch, and number 2 is minivan mother mockery.
Yeah, just play that.
I'm saying don't play it again. But at the end of that clip that we played, this bitch of a mom is making fun of the other mom for having a minivan. Like, you're such a minivan. Wow, you're a good mom. You're a good mom. You would have a minivan. Good.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to drive my kid to detention because it's my fault he's late before getting fired for also being late, which is also my fault. No, that minivan suits you. What a con.
Yeah, she was a total bitch. I'll give it to you. All right. How about number?
Sorry, I'm also scrambled. Number 1.
Facile feelings for Flaming Fred. They're like, ooh, hey, bonus. Fred's gonna live. You want to go see him?
Yeah.
He's charred crispy, like Eddie from Deadfall.
Yeah.
But we can go see him.
Hothead. Yep.
Yeah, Hothead. Yeah, that's right. That was the clip name. Good memory. So yeah, basically Rachel and her son are like, oh, we're so glad to be alive, but you know who didn't make it? Fred. And then the mom's like, no, Fred did make it. You want to go see him? And he's like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. We'll head over to the hospital. We'll pick him up a Butterfinger on the way, you know? All right, let's throw it to Rob's ad read.
Sure. Purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch.
Rob's ad read.
Today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by cat food, but for people. Because rent's due, eggs cost $6, and you're out of dignity. Packed with protein, shelf-stable, and questionably legal. Who needs flavor when you have survival? Cat food, but for people. Meow means now. Hot dogs at 3 a.m.? Too rich for our blood, but we're saving up for a rainy day. Back to you guys.
All right, you talking about the wet slop, or is this a dry, like a kibble kind of deal?
Like the pate.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe if you, if you can find some bread, maybe.
You know, when I had cats, I couldn't eat tuna fish for like a couple years because the wet food we got them at streets
always smelled
like just fish. Like the tuna.
Yeah. That's totally fair. All right, let's throw it to. Oh, thank you. Cat food, but for people.
Yes.
We very much appreciate the sport. Let's throw it to test number 3. This is the worst dialogue.
Fucking President Clinton.
You had sex with President Clinton?
When that's one of the better lines of dialogue in your movie, you know the rest is pretty bad. And this is the worst dialogue.
Number 5. This is 5 South.
911, what's your emergency?
The man on the news is chasing me in a silver minivan.
Current location?
Driving on 95 South, just after the state exit.
Ma'am, all units in that vicinity are currently responding to a multi-vehicle crash.
He caused that accident! My son and I are in danger!
Ma'am, we cannot get to you at the moment. Stay on the line. Get someplace safe.
Mom, he died. Shit. Tell me you have the charger.
I don't. Oh my god.
Of course she doesn't.
We're on our own.
She would never have the charger. Of course she doesn't have the charger, dude.
Yeah.
That would be the responsible thing to have on you.
Yeah. Which she's anything but.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the kid though. I'll
yeah.
You know, the kid's a good character.
Yeah, he's like the voice of reason when the adult should be. And it was a nice little role reversal that kind of made their situation sympathetic for a moment.
Yeah, the part the part in particular that we're kind of like dancing around but sort of talking about is when he's like, the iPad can track.
Yeah.
You know, don't tell me the iPad's in here.
Like, he was so likable, I kind of thought they were going to end the movie with Crowe and her kind of dying simultaneously and the kids surviving.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah,
that'd have been better.
Yes. And like the uncle like taking care of him after that. You know,
that would
those are the ones I liked.
Fred.
That would have eliminated both movies' problems, which is the two leads.
Had we been at the table read.
Yeah.
Right?
What if they both died? Yeah.
And they show that like the 5 years later, and it's just like Fire Marshal Bill and the kid, like having breakfast around the table.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been sick. You're right. Number 4 long enough.
Okay. We should just go to the station. There's no way we can outrun him. We have to lose him.
We need to go to Grandma's.
Why?
It's your strategy, remember? From the video game?
What?
It's something we're familiar with, okay?
It's the safest place to hide you. And we can call for help with a silent alarm.
And it'll confuse the heck out of someone who's never been there before.
Right. Like Uncle Freddy was saying. He still gets lost there. Like a maze of spaghetti.
Yeah, exactly.
So you think he'll get lost?
For long enough.
The maze of spaghetti part is the aggravating thing. Like the kid has to call it back in case you don't remember Fred talking about it before.
Yeah. Here's
like,
the thing.
The maze of spaghetti.
Yeah, to your point, when you're fight or flight, like I have a really good memory for like lots of small details, but like I had to be actively engaged in what I end up remembering.
Yeah.
And that the maze of spaghetti thing was a passing line.
Right.
You're not gonna latch onto the maze, but you're gonna be like, oh, it's like a labyrinth. Oh, it's like it's convoluted. Like you're not gonna remember the exact verbiage.
It's a maze in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it that Fred said? Let me take the time while I'm being chased by a maniac to think of the exact...
By a murderer!
Murder! Lying murder! Okay, number 3! Alright, I don't have a 3 in this one, but fucking need it.
Your life is over when they find you.
Suicide by cop's okay with me.
What do you want?
You got some messages. Got one from Dr. Miller. She wants to change your Friday therapy appointment. She better bring her A game, because you're gonna fucking need it.
Oh, yeah.
I love Russell Crowe. Like I've learned to like really. I never really followed much of his stuff. I've seen Gladiator. State of Play is a great like thriller. I love The Nice Guys, but
yeah, that's good.
I know he's just reading it as written, and like he probably didn't have any say as to like punching the script up.
Right.
But
yeah,
so he commits to the lines, but this isn't like psychopaths have like a code, I guess, is what I'm trying to get. And like he's just angry for the sake of being angry. It took me like, you're gonna fucking need it. Like no one talks like that. Nobody fucking talks like that.
Characters on South Park would.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
pointing around the world.
Time out. Speaking of characters on South Park, give me a second. I have something for that. Here we go.
Oh, good.
Oh my God! It's Russell Crowe.
Oh my God! It's Russell Crowe. Oh my God! Why don't you mind your own business, you scrouter?
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, was he truly that? Maybe I shouldn't talk about this now, but I'm going to. Was he that violent in real life? Because I know I heard he threw like a phone at like a.
He had moments, like
a hotel maid or something.
I would put it on par with like what Christian Bale did when he was on like the Terminator set. He was like roided out because he got in shape for the role, and like someone was antagonizing him or like perceived as antagonizing him, and he's had a few like hot mic moments. Is how I would like.
Was that maybe now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if the phone incident was Russell Crowe or Mel Gibson. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I thought it was what you said before. What's his name?
Crowe.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That could be. All right, number.
What number are we on now? 2.
Yeah. Force. These two are bad.
Let's talk about Kyle.
And now he's gonna die.
You so much as breathe in his direction. No force on this earth will stop me from killing him.
Sounds like you're waking up.
I am wide awake. Wide awake.
That's good, because we ain't near done yet.
Oh, yes, this is over. This is so fucking over, you sick fuck.
Not a single force on. Okay. I mean, like, if it takes that much to get you out of bed, then I don't know. Maybe you're not gonna really rage out on the guy. Didn't sound convincing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I hated her.
me could have been worse acting too. But I think that it wasn't because the actor and actress in the scene are bad. It's because the dialogue's really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you're waking up.
Here's the thing: the fact that this is well acted makes it worse.
You think?
Yes. Because they're doing what they're told.
Explain.
And they're doing what they're told. They're doing a good job at it, but like what they're told to do is fucking idiotic.
Okay, so the fact that we can tell that it's poorly written, even though they're acting well, you say makes it worse. But yeah, I mean, we would know that it was poorly written if they acted it badly, and they would have acted it badly as well. So I feel like it would be worse.
But what I'm saying though is, it would be just as impactful if Seth Rogen was playing Russell Crowe's part.
All right, you know what I mean? Enough. Yeah. Might have been better. I might have enjoyed it more. Because Russell Crowe is actually a little intimidating, at least. Yeah. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, like Killer Bob Vila in this one.
Yeah.
You know? Number
1, Daddy.
You know what? Fuck it.
I think you know where this is going, boys, but this is fucking Courtesy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Here's your fucking courtesy tap.
Nope. Never. Not once. That would never happen.
So fucking terrible. So
No. It is written like you know the movie Badass or like Zombieland? Like the ones that are like dark material, but like they're written as comedies.
Yeah.
Yes.
This would have done better as one of those.
Yeah.
This line.
I guess so. Yeah, probably would have. Except she's not funny.
Right. That's the thing. Like it would have been funnier maybe if she was like killing the bad guy. Like, here's your fucking courtesy tap that you mentioned, you dumb bitch, and then she kills him or something.
Yeah.
But in this, it reads very poorly. How about we throw it over to Bob with test number 4? This is the worst production.
Wow, that production sucks.
So I had a hard time hearing that bumper. It's cut out occasionally.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, worst production, also known as catch-all ruiner. Here we go.
Oh shit!
This is my tagline is condescending to the audience.
Yes. I want to hear this. Right. Here we go.
So this movie is asking the audience to suspend disbelief far too much.
Yeah.
Like, okay, her phone doesn't have a passcode. Okay, we have to believe that.
Yep.
All her accounts, calendar, voicemail, don't require a fingerprint or passcode. The cops are nowhere to be found.
Yep.
Even after she tells them of the list of people in her life, not a single person, like the department would have dispatched officers to every one of those people. They wouldn't have just went to the one that she mentioned. They would have gone to all of them, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the video of the guy killing someone in a diner. Like they would have definitely listened to her. And then on top of that, at the diner, not a single person tries to stop him. Like,
nope, not one.
Where are all the guns now? Like everyone's fucking got guns. Where were they all during that diner scene? Like someone had to be carrying. Statistically, somebody was carrying in that.
I mean, with the minute-long intro suggesting that everybody's like a loose cannon ready to fucking blow. Yeah, to your point, Bob.
Yeah.
True. And Russell Crowe had a country accent, which means that, you know, it's not unlikely that they're in somewhere in the South, which means that everyone in that diner was loaded and decided not to shoot a guy who is currently stabbing someone, which is like an easy hero target.
I know we cover acting in a different category, but you could have put anyone in Russell Crowe's role and the part would have been the same. I think you mentioned that already. Like any actor could have played that role because there was no range. He was pissed off and angry.
One-dimensional.
Start to finish.
Yes, it was one-dimensional. You're right, but he did it well.
100%.
Yeah, adequately acted.
Anyone could have.
Yes, but I think he was fun to watch because he's a good actor. I feel like anyone could have done that sufficiently, but not necessarily as well as he did it. Maybe this is the whole reason that I feel like the movie is better than you guys do. But because listen, I'm just as pissed off about all the logic in this movie because it's terrible. But I thought it was well acted.
So, okay, well, let me finish up. I'll just keep it simple and say the audience is being treated as if we don't see the giant piece of Swiss cheese plot holes and just go along for the ride. Like, no, thank you. I'm not going along for the ride. Maybe this is why I steer clear of action movies, or as my boomer parents called them, shoot 'em up movies, which they fucking love, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on anything else like this in the future. Unless we do it for the pod, I'm not watching it.
Man, you know, Bob, you just revealed something to me. I love shoot 'em ups, but for reasons like this. I love the kind of like Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam. Why do I keep saying that? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Rob Van Dam, by the way, is a wrestler.
Who is
He's a wrestler. Jean-Claude Van, who also has starred in movies, but they are even worse than Jean-Claude's. So maybe we'll do a Van Damme mix-up one week, and we'll do a Rob Van Dam movie. Actually, you know what? We did. The Steven Seagal, Sniper Special Ops. Rob Van Dam.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Yeah,
with the balloons.
That auction balloons.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I'm getting like way off topic. Let's throw it to test number 5. This is the worst acting.
I have a lovely sack.
That very well may be, though your acting is not that good. This is the worst acting.
Number 1. This is Fred.
Are you okay? Fred.
Mary's gone. Mary's dead. Mary, you made her.
No, you didn't.
Well, you're right, I didn't. You did.
It's gone. Mary's dead. Like that. I'm sorry. I liked the Fred character a little bit. Bob, I think you agree. I think you said so. But there were some choppy moments. Let me prove it. This is number 2. This is fucking letter.
Dear Rachel,
You are now responsible. Responsible for Mary's death. Read the fucking letter, Fred.
I now realize how loving relationship has been a lie. You are the most entitled, self-centered person I've ever known. Everything has always been about you. I am deeply ashamed of you. You are the reason this is happening to me and why I will never see another sunrise in my life.
Good job.
Stop it, just stop it.
Are you talking to me? You're talking to Fred.
You made your point.
Please! Show me your hands and step back. Put your hands in the fucking air and step back now. 673, 1033, 12. Yes. Get on your knees!
Fuck you.
No.
Had to include it.
Perfect example as why this movie, that was a funny scene to me.
That was so funny. Oh my god, me too.
I'm gonna act something out real quick. When the cops come,
yeah,
and he's just like, with the fucking chair.
I thought because you were on a rolling chair, you were gonna do Fred off out of screen.
He just like,
all right, please do that before the episode's over. Just go and like you're on fire and roll off. Right. Like at the very end, maybe. Like that's your exit tonight.
All right.
Oh my god, if you do that, I will love you. Okay. Like, here's a hot take, and this is my advice to all actors everywhere, from the worst to the best. Don't hyperventilate.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't do that? Denzel Washington. Robert De Niro. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you look like a fucking idiot. You're never believable when you hyperventilate, because that's a really hard thing to act out well, because you're not hyperventilating. It's like a thing that your body does when you're having an anxiety attack. You can't act like that because you're not having one. So stop hyperventilating. All right.
I may have seen that done well once, but that's about it.
Yeah, and it was I don't know, Daniel Day-Lewis maybe.
You got to run around the block like 4 times before sitting down and doing your lines, you know?
It's an anomaly. I agree. Yeah, you're not going to see it often.
Just that's my advice for you if you're an actor. Don't fucking hyperventilate. Number 3. Forethought. I really just threw this in because it's so fucking cheesy.
Unlike the rest of the movie.
Good choice.
You know what makes it terrible? Is like that would have been the appropriate time to lean on a horn.
Correct. Well, now she's so traumatized she can forget she has one because she's never going to beep it again. So the thing is, she gets off the highway in the beginning of the movie. She beeps at a guy. It makes her whole day ruined because he was set out to ruin her day, and he does that by flambeing her brother Fred, and also killing his fiance by causing Fred to stab her, which was kind of dope. Like really liked the violence in that scene. But anyway, and now she has the forethought. Like she is in the intersection with the person, doesn't want to beep just in case it's another Russell Crowe in the car ready to murder her. You know, so cheese. All right, let's throw it back to Bob. This is Fact or No Fact.
Paper covers rock to lose a buckwheat.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is Fact or No Fact.
Yeah, I'm noticing on the web version I don't get the best audio in my ear. I hope my voice comes out okay.
It sounds good on my end. I hope the tracks line up. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Excellent. I had something to say about Chris's last clip, and I forget what it was. So I'm just going to go ahead. So, Fact or No Fact. The movie is called Unhinged, and I called it this game Purged and Binged.
Okay.
We alluded to it earlier.
Binged. Made it back.
Purged and Binged. So I'm going to read 5 things, and one of them's a lie, and you got to find out which one the lie is. I'll tell you right now. No, I'm not going to give you a hint. Fuck that. Okay, here we go. The woman who plays Rachel, that's the lead, is only 14 years older than the boy who plays her son. Okay. Second one. Russell Crowe broke from the production midway through to fly to London for a funeral for his friend and Gladiator co-star Richard Harris.
Wow.
Okay, third one. This is the first movie to enter wide theatrical release in the USA after the closure of most theaters due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A fourth one. This is the only movie from Solstice Studios. And the last
one. The only one.
Movie, I said. Movie from Solstice Studios. And last one. When Rachel removes the fuel nozzle from her car, the cost and the fuel amount are all zeroed out.
Oh, no.
And I know you don't like continuity errors, so...
Which one is a lie, man?
Bob catches a lot of continuity errors, so it's probably...
I want to believe number one, because when they find, when Hollywood executives find supple young men to play roles, they typically look younger than they are, so they can milk more years out of them for that age group. So I would
milking is also a rough choice, dude.
Yes,
milk was a bad choice.
So when Hollywood milks supple young boys, as they are wont to do, that tracks. I have reason to believe that to be true. I don't have any reason to believe Bob would have any incentive to make up that Russell Crowe went to a funeral. Like, people die. It's been 20 years since Gladiator came out.
Yeah.
Given how Russell Crowe's like cholesterol may look, like he might be knocking on death's door. So,
yeah, maybe.
When you're like living off the fat of the land and that gladiator money, you know, you can only have so much caviar before you just like blow out. So I don't know.
That's true. I mean, he's proving you wrong currently.
Lots of sodium, you know.
Okay, you're right.
First movie to enter wide theatrical release in USA after pandemic. I mean, the timeline. I don't know when it officially came out, but I know it's like the IMDb's and the Rotten Tomatoes say it was 2020. So yeah. I don't know what time of year it came out. I try not to research these things ahead of time for this reason, because I want it to be funny and like I don't want to blow the whole bit. I don't want to blow the dome.
Don't blow the dome.
Only movie from Solstice Studios. I think that's where I smell bullshit there, because it had good production value. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great movie. It wasn't a good movie. I think it was a terrible movie. But the camera work, like it was high quality. It was like high def. I don't think a starting studio. I mean, I guess it was like if it was like a subsidized studio from a bigger company, they would have those resources at their disposal. But it was just like a fly-by-night offshoot, like debut for this studio, and they're like bootstrapping it. I don't think it looked as good. So I would say 4 is live, because I have 100% reason to believe that Bob pointed out continuity error, because with all the plot holes, why wouldn't there be? So I think 4 is the lie.
Yep. Okay. I feel like number 2 is the lie, because Bob likes to do like facts that are from different movies that he did.
That's a good point.
You know, so I feel like Russell Crowe did fly to Richard Harris's funeral, his co-star for Gladiator, but it wasn't for this movie. That's my guess.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay, so you picked 2 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like we lost.
All right. No, one of you won. Here we go.
Oh.
Karen Pistorius, who played Rachel, she is actually only 14 years older than Gabriel Bateman, who plays her son.
Yeah. That supple, sweet little boy. Yeah.
Oh, no, supple, sweet little woman. Anyway.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe broke from production midway through his production of Master and Commander to fly to London for the funeral.
Oh my God! Did I fucking hit that nail on the fucking head, bro?
Yeah.
Thank God, because I've lost every fact or no fact this season, and I'm starting to dry up like a prune over here.
Yeah.
I need more liquids.
I was kind of happy when you picked that. Okay, this is the first movie for wide theatrical release, only movie from Soul Studios, and when Rachel removed the film household, yes, everything was zeroed out. That was the facts. Even though they were
very nice.
You know, yeah, of course.
Hey, Chris, you want me to ruin your day, Chris?
Yeah.
I literally don't care that I lost and that you won. Like, it doesn't affect me.
Fuck you. No, it bothers me because we all went at it this week.
I messed you up because I told Chris I was happy for him, and that's all he cares about.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I care.
Whatever.
I care about other things.
Yeah,
we gotta team up next time. I gotta know you're gonna say that next time.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, listen, audience. They're gonna start texting. Bob's gonna be giving them the answers. All right. So when you see a big trend of Rob winning every week, know it.
I don't do that.
I'm
a teacher. I don't dig on cheating. All right.
That's true. Yeah. But Bob, if you want to go the other way, because the audience would never suspect that.
Yeah.
You just let me know. All right, let's start with the catch-all.
Sure.
Here's your fucking courtesy tap.
You used it.
The catch-all. All right.
My number 5. All vehicle-related violence was extremely overstated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool
so
to look at,
the pancake was kind of awesome. Yeah. There's like a cement truck that just completely levels a trooper, a statey.
Dude.
No, he just is flat to the concrete.
So badass. It was so badass.
It was badass. Yeah. But I'm not thinking about that. You know what I'm thinking about? In the spaghetti maze, when you don't know that Rachel is about to plow into Russell Crowe with her mom's car.
Yeah.
And she starts from a driveway on the other side of the street, and he's parked in the street, and she flips a minivan going 18 miles per hour, because that's like how fast she could have gotten to from the driveway on the other side of the street. He flips over. I mean, there's other stuff where like there are like the accident that happens at the gas station where it just didn't need to happen, but he like kind of caused the death of the guy who was like talking shit to him at the gas station by running him over, but like at slow pace, and then the guy gets up and gets run over by another car. So like he didn't do the homicide, but he did. You know? Like there's just a lot of car shit that happens that I didn't like. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah.
My first thing chronologically was when they first had the altercation in traffic. Yeah, the kid's window was open, but they were in traffic between two cars with external noise. There's a little possibility that people can hear each other talking.
True.
From the driver's seat to the other driver's seat during traffic. I feel like the entire first interaction is bullshit. I don't feel like they could have actually had an argument. I feel like it would have been, what? What? I can't hear you. What? That's what I feel like it should have been.
Yeah, true. And that might have pissed him off. And that was the whole impetus. Like, she actually does apologize, and she's a likable character. But he can't hear her, and like, somehow there's like an audible issue, you know, where he thinks that she won't apologize because he can't hear her. But we like her more. And then
would it be funny?
Like too much credit there. Sounds like
I'm saying that would have been a better movie.
Wouldn't it have been funny if in the third act she's like, "I did say I'm sorry." He's like, "Oh, this was just a big misunderstanding, now wasn't it?"
Oh, whoopsies! Let me get you some burn cream, Fred. Let me get you some aloe.
Boy, do I have that on my face. Yeah.
My number 4, going to Grandma's maze to call the cops instead of just going to the police station like the kid suggested is outrageously stupid.
Yeah, it's effective. I've done that before, man. Like, I've been like followed by like somebody like just for like honking at them, right? And like
for road rage, kind of.
Yeah, and you pull into the police station and you just see them keep driving. Like it's
What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
The kid says so. He's like, just drive to the police station, and Rachel is like, oh no, we'll never outrun him, or he'll catch up to us or something.
I'm going to make him kill my client instead.
Yeah, so now we're going to do the spaghetti maze. And then, you know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
I know I said this in my worst production, but I'm going to try to condense it all into one. If a random guy at a gas station comes to your rescue, like to walk you to your car, I'm sure when Crowe was ramming her bumper in heavy traffic, another driver would see that.
Yes.
Like step in, or at least like get the guy's plate number and like call something in or whatever. But that also goes to the whole thing about when she was at the diner, like people were videotaping things. Did someone videotape his plate number? I was just infuriated.
You would think. Yeah.
But at the same time, fuck the police.
Yeah. Agreed.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah. I did. Bob's a ball of rage. Bob is mild mannered.
Yeah, that's true.
He puts on a mild mannered front, but he's like basically just Russell Crowe. Like,
he is our straight man, but there's a lot of anger behind those eyes.
That was a long setup for that last joke. I actually don't care. I actually don't care about this movie at all. I just wanted to say fuck the police.
Yeah. Valid.
My number 3. Park the fucking car behind the fucking house.
Yeah.
There's yard back there.
Yeah.
It's all over. The movie is done. She parks in the driveway where the car is visible.
There's so much like that. Like, so much like that. Yes, I agree.
She got away scot-free, completely clean. It would have to be a fucking lottery for him to pick a house to intrude if she had just continued, ruin your mom's roses. Go ahead, run them over, park in the fucking backyard.
Well, she's got dementia anyway, right?
The house.
They imply that she had dementia, so if they run over the flowers, they can just be like, "Oh, that didn't happen." They can just gaslight her in her
for real
diminishing state. You know,
you don't remember, Ma? Oh man, Ma, you hit the gas when you were supposed to hit the brake at the end of the driveway, Ma, and you ran over your roses. I'm sorry. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was you. I know that because you have dementia, you don't remember that, Ma. But we're getting you help. You know, now give me your license and your keys.
And then
one of those.
Yeah,
one of those. Yeah.
And then immediately after that, this happens.
Oh my God, it's Russell Crowe!
Oh my God, it's Russell Crowe! Oh my God! Why don't you go flush yourself down a toilet, you cunt?
As you were.
What a segue. Okay. In like, so when Rachel's in the gas station and she pays for her shit and then is like all freaked out because she sees the truck.
Oh my God, it's right.
I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Go ahead.
The guy that goes to help her didn't pay for his shit. He just walks out with his stuff and helps her. I think that's freaking hilarious. Like everyone's like, we don't care if you just stole from our convenience store. We're going to let you go out. And of course, he gets run over by a car. And I feel like that was almost intentional. Like, well, he stole from the convenience store.
That's what
he
you
should
get.
get run over. Yeah. And I feel like of all the things they would like vindicate, that's the worst one. But anyway, that's my second one, I think. Second, third, I don't know. I lost track.
Chris, we lost you. Well, it wouldn't be an episode without technical difficulties.
And here I thought I was the technical difficulty.
Yeah. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We got him. We got him.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. But I was going to say he had like heavy.
Right, there we go. You're good now. Sorry.
He had very heavy douchebag vibes, so I didn't mind him getting hit by the car.
Yeah, like
I don't know if that. I don't know if they. Yeah, I don't know if they meant to do. There was something about him, like he's going out there to defend her, but he's like 5'7", and he's wearing a hood, so he thinks he looks like a tough guy or something.
He seems like the guy
he's like posing in front of the truck, like, "What are you gonna do, man?" It's like one of those dudes that like can't do anything, but knows.
He seems like one of the guys.
The situation is not gonna escalate, probably.
He seems like one of the guys that goes to the beach wearing his Oakley's back, where he's like, "Hey, bro, I'll put my hand on your chest. Like, back off." You know,
he's still doing the right thing.
Oh, he was doing the right thing, but he was like like intimidating this guy, knowing nothing, like trying to look like he putting up a tough front, but he knew nothing was going to happen. I mean, the one in the million situation happened where something did happen to him, but you can't, one of those.
You can't shit on the only redeemable character in the whole movie.
I mean, that's what's wrong with this movie.
I can and I will, and that's why I loved this movie. My number 2, the fiance being the only one to die is convenient, but again, there's little to no remorse for her as well, which bothered me.
Yeah.
I don't like that the only person that died of the family was the one that, like, I think got one line in the movie, if none, maybe none.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why they had a fear of like detachment from the audience. I agree with you, Bob. Rachel should have died, but they went so far in the other direction that the only person that did, other than the lawyer, who maybe is fucking Rachel, we don't know.
Was there
and the brother's girlfriend, right?
And the gas station guy.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the brother's fiance is the only one that died of consequence.
The gas station
really.
guy, they never said if he got killed. He just got rammed.
Yeah, but I'm not counting him because he wasn't in her circle for her.
He doesn't count. All right.
Yeah.
He was. A douchebag.
He doesn't because he was a douche.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Bob.
All right. So I'm going to try to combine this because it's kind of all the same situation, right? Wouldn't the feds have descended upon the school, like hesitating to release the son? Like they wouldn't have already been there. So when she gets there, she grabs the son, and they don't want to take him, and then they run from the school. Like, I work in a school. I know this is like kind of a tricky narrative.
Yes, it is.
But
it is.
Schools are so safe. They're so fucking safe. Stay at the school. Don't take your kid into the wild. That's where the fucking dangerous man.
And it's a private school, which you like pay, and it's not like public schools are safe, but private school you pay a premium, so they're more safelier than their public counterparts, which is why you pay to go there, right?
And this one was gated
with the raw iron gate around the whole fucking compound.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris is right. It's gated, and they have obviously people there who don't want people to touch the kids. Like, stay there. You are way safer.
Like
those sweet supple
everybody
kids.
There.
Her and the kid are there. The police should have, if not already been there, be there soon to barricade the school.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah.
Agreed. My number 1, Daddy. If you can't tell that there's something wrong with this dude from the jump, then you have terrible instincts and you're unfit to be a mother. Just apologize and move on. Her reaction to the truck being stopped in front of her was justified at the light. I think you beep. I think if you're at a red light and they're not moving, you beep. You say, you don't lean on the horn. If you lean on the horn, whatever. It's not that big a deal. But just say sorry, you fucking cunt.
And to add insult to injury, when he calls you after murdering your lawyer in a very public place, and he says, I'm still willing to stop doing what I'm doing if you just say sorry. And she's like, I'm not saying sorry. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You could end it. You could end it right here. You could fucking
eventually
end it.
She does. But he's beyond the veil at that point. So
that's like that. With that context, like if her ex-husband got a phone call and was like, "Yeah, this happened to your wife because she did that," and he's like, "Yeah, that I could see that happening." Like, headstrong bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I could. I don't know. Like, I'm not. I don't know.
It made
I don't
me
feel
so
as
mad.
Strongly anti
Zero accountability. Her kid is in danger. He's like, go through the Rolodex and I'll kill whoever. Oh, how about the person that justifiably fired me for being a fucking slapdick business owner? Go kill her instead. Like, what a fucking. I hated this movie.
But like, I want to agree 100%, but I don't see gender. So,
I do, and in this case, the X chromosome is not doing great.
Anyway, go ahead, Bob.
Should be X. So I had written in the middle of one of my comments, Aussie Tubby, but I don't know.
Aussie Tubby.
But that doesn't seem to fit because it's too late. I already mentioned that one. I'm just gonna say one that's it's almost like not worth mentioning, and of course it's my number 1 because I don't go in order. When Cooper, that's the man,
Tom Cooper,
is driving that minivan, he rams multiple cars. Yet the headlights are intact and the front is barely scratched.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I had other things to say, but that was one thing I read, and I'm like, I re-looked at it, and I'm like, it's true. Yeah.
Just to back up your point, the minivan, like, it makes me want to go out and find that minivan and buy it for my family because that thing was doing like 110.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He was swerving in and out of traffic, making sharp turns, like coming to a stop at 100 miles an hour in like 3 seconds. He stopped, reversed, went back into the spaghetti maze. I was like, damn, what a minivan.
Didn't you mention earlier about the minivan like being just sturdy? Like, I think you're right.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it got flipped pretty easily. Maybe that's the
we owned a couple minivans, and they were very good in that kind of thing. Speaking of flipping, okay, here's something I didn't mention. When a car flips upside down and a tow truck comes to take it away, in the movie, the tow truck took it away upside down.
Yeah.
But in real life, they would never do that. They would flip it on its wheels.
No, it would. Yeah,
more secure. Yeah.
You're right.
Around for
but
then tow it away.
No, they would never, because in real life, if a car flips over, it immediately explodes. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chris, I was making a point, Chris. Don't Don't jerk me around.
No, you're 100% right. They would put it on the wheels because those roll. The ceiling, the roof of the.
There's no friction with the ceiling, but with the wheels, there's an emergency brake where they'll lock and they could. Yeah.
They also design them to be bottom heavy so they don't flip over.
Yeah.
So when you flip back on its wheels, it's more stable. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to what we're watching. Oh,
I've
got
an honorable mention real quick. Well, first of all, throwing her client under the bus. First of all, that was such a fucking dick move. Like, the client didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
The client didn't do anything wrong other than be pissed off that, like, once again, her day is completely fucking rearranged because
you're right, man.
Her goddamn appointment ran late. It's like when. Like I do agency work and we have like clients that we talk to on the phone, and like if you blow off meetings, dude, and like you're talking to like a CEO or like a head of marketing, like their time's valuable, man. If you show up 20 minutes late, they're not gonna fucking deal with that shit if you do it consistently. Like she was completely justified
to
fire.
Be responsible.
Going back to my whole memory thing with the spaghetti and the courtesy tap and like the fight or flightness of it. Okay, she had no interest in Fortnite or Minecraft, whatever kid's game he was playing. And like all of a sudden she's reciting the rules as if she were paying attention to that exchange, but she did not give a shit about it because she didn't have that moment of clarity yet because she's a shitty mom.
Right.
And third, you cannot escalate from the starting point in this movie where Russell Crowe murders his ex-wife. Like that's the escalation. Like you already started white knuckling. You can't go anywhere
You're right that
from there.
It took a very, very long time to get back up to the tension that they built in the beginning.
Off air, I compared this to Falling Down a lot, and it's like that movie's great because you're rooting for the guy because he's like, oh yeah, he's not taking shit from anybody. Then it's like, oh, he pushed it a little too far. Then it's like, oh, he's not the hero. Whereas in this one, it's like he starts bad, she starts off as a fucking asshole, and then they converge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
It really bothered me.
We all agree that she should have been more likable. I still don't think this movie was that bad. I don't know. I know what you're saying with the Falling Down comparison, but it's really not. It's not an anti-hero story. It's this guy just went fucking crazy at some point, and this is gonna happen in life. But we're gonna show it here, and they do a terrible job at showing it because it's not believable. It's not real life at all.
It's not enough to carry a full movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree, but I don't think that what they did. I don't think that what they did was that bad. Yeah. It was more watchable than most of the movies we see, in my opinion.
Ripoff. I talked to Rob about this. Ripoff is Duel. Duel was Steven Spielberg's first full-length feature film, and it was
I want to watch that now.
A tractor trailer that antagonizes a traveling salesman in a sedan until like one of them dies. I'm not going to ruin the end for you, but it's it's almost no dialogue. It's almost you don't even see the trucker's face. That's the thing of Russell Crowe. You didn't need to see his face because his character was nothing. It was just anger, full anger. So
it was personification of anger. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Watch
so
Duel.
It's like a Joyride too. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I don't know. I didn't see that. Watch Duel. I swear to God, you will be impressed. You like Jaws, right? It's a Spielberg movie, and it's not Hook.
Yeah.
Was Hook Spielberg? I forget.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
No,
it was. Ignore that and ignore E.T. because I don't even think that was very good. But it was on the level of Jaws before he had a budget. Like, imagine Spielberg with no budget at his most artistic. That's what.
Okay,
that sounds good. I can get behind that.
That does sound good. All right, let me just say last thing I'll say before we throw it to what we're watching. I feel like I'm just going to throw out a little bit of a defense for my claim that this movie is more watchable than the ones that we've seen in the past in general. The scene where he beats the counselor to death in the diner is pretty watchable. It's not believable, but like it's kind of like, wow, they're going that far. Like this, what is this dude doing? He sits down and then he like introduces himself, and he doesn't really care that he's about to be found out. You know, I kind of liked that he
the nothing to lose aspect.
Super deceiving. Yeah, And then he like beats the shit, like he smashes a coffee cup in the guy's face and breaks his nose, and then he beats the shit out of him and kills him in front of everybody. And then he uses the boyfriend's knife to stab his own fiance, and then the pancake that happens. Like, there's a lot of shit that's, in my opinion, they were more daring than I thought they were going to be for the level of fluff that they gave us. And it was not believable. Right. I agree. But there were entertaining scenes, and it was well acted, and I thought it was well shot. Like, Solstice did a good job, I guess, of producing the movie. So I thought it was like a kind of a mid. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I would watch it over the Cat in the Hat, for sure.
I know, but you have to literally suspend disbelief that no one in that diner, no one in a shitty city diner has packing heat to shoot this guy or at least threaten him.
Yeah, I know. I guess I get a little less mad about that than
I'm all for willful suspension of disbelief too. Like I'm all for willful suspension of disbelief, but like there has to be some level of consistency within the fiction that they establish. Otherwise, it still falls apart. Which is a problem I had because like it was well acted. The gore was good. The fighting was good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because if a random guy is unhinged and ready to wreak havoc, there must be another random guy that is armed. It's consistency. I agree.
If road rage is as widespread as this movie sets it up when it establishes it with that minute-long clip we started the show with, then there are other people who are unhinged and like ready at the drop of a hat to fuck shit up just because they got a little screw loose going on, you know?
That's why I thought that opening montage was so bad, though. They did such a bad job of making you feel the anger with them. They're like, I've had 3 cups of coffee this morning. And then some girls like, I post 10 times a day on social media. It's like, why am I angry? I don't really understand. I'm just like, sure, I'm laughing at these characters, but where's the anger happening?
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, let's throw it to what we're watching.
Sure.
I spend most of my free time watching movies because I feel like at any moment
We're all gonna die.
This is what we're watching.
Dick.
All right.
I'm watching Daredevil Reborn right now. If you haven't seen the Netflix Daredevil, it's like a Marvel Studios deal now. But it wasn't. Netflix did their own.
Is this the legal drama? Is this the legal drama one?
Yeah, well, yes, but it's also super. You know, so the first and second season, I want to say, for Netflix were the third was okay, but the first and second season had a great villain, a great lead. It was really well written, and the action scenes were amazing. So I'm watching now Daredevil Reborn, and it's very much political and very much not superhero now, and I'm okay with that. It's still entertaining. It's just like, man, do they know how to shoot fucking fights? So I really want them to shoot more fights soon. I'm waiting for them to do it.
Yeah.
But man, like they next level shit. It's like Jackie Chan movie shit.
Yeah.
So check it out if you haven't seen it on Netflix. The first couple Daredevil seasons are great, and now Disney owns the property and they're relaunching it. Same actors and everything, and it's pretty good so far.
I gotta say, most of the Marvel and DC stuff that's like not canon, like DC has the whole Elseworlds with like the Joker. Like I feel like the stuff that falls out of the cinematic universe and kind of does its own thing is way better than the cinematic universe.
Yeah, because they're pleasing a niche audience instead of trying to please every 13-year-old girl in the world too. My second one is The Equalizer. I watched with Denzel Washington. You guys seen this one?
I've heard they're great, but I haven't seen any of them.
It's run of the mill. I'm sorry. Man on Fire.
I believe it.
Man on Fire is Denzel doing this exact thing, only way better. Okay. The Equalizer is like Taken. It's like a reboot of Taken or John Wick. It's the same thing. Denzel's great. He's a good actor. What do you want from me? Like it's
so
the
by
same
the numbers,
movie.
but elevated by his presence type of deal.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't necessarily suggest it. I'll watch Equalizer 2 just to watch him do it again because he does it pretty well. But it's very paint by number. So go ahead, Bob.
We lost you.
I finally watched Classic.
You're back. You're back.
There he is.
Hello?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay. I finally watched a classic. Guess Who's Dinner, 1967. All right. It's people know this movie. It's the stars are Katharine Hepburn, Sidney Poitier, and Spencer Tracy. Those are the big names.
Yeah.
It's all about interracial relationships explored during the mid to late 1960s, which is way different than nowadays. But obviously, big deal. And it shows the view. Here's what makes it amazing. It shows the viewpoint of the black families involved and the white families involved. Like,
right.
There's a heavy liberal tone on the white families, right? Which gives me hope that the boomers actually have or were progressive at one point.
Yeah.
But everybody is great in this, right? It shows the viewpoint from the white families and the black families in terms of are you sure you know what you're doing? This is a good idea. This is a bad idea. It's just so well done. But it's so not serious. It's very lightly done. I have to say they did it very well, and then it's emotional, right? I was emotional. I cried a little bit watching this. But at the same time, it's not super do the right thing kind of shit, right? It's part drama. It's part comedy, and like most Tracy and Hepburn movies, which is Spencer Tracy and Audrey Hepburn, that's just how it is. It's part comedy, part drama. That's just how the movies are. But I recommend it. I pirated it. I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere, but I do recommend it. I think it's something everyone should watch at one point, especially if you have any touchstone to the 60s. With your family members, to know where they came from, kind of thing.
All right.
Audrey Hepburn is a touchstone for me, if you know what I mean. I've always been a big Audrey Hepburn fan.
I'm sorry, it's Katharine Hepburn, not Audrey. Katharine Hepburn.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, not quite the same. Sorry.
Yeah.
Boner went. Phew.
I know what you mean. Yes. We actually talked about that. In one of the episodes I re-listened to recently, we talked about
really.
Yeah,
I forget what. Oh shit! It was the Rest in Peace department. I called the Resting Penis department, and
which you can find at www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
Yes, you could if you so choose.
Chris actually said his thing didn't move at all during the RAPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. It never did. I stand by that statement.
Yeah.
Not a millimeter.
Okay. All right. So I watched a few things. I watched Cube for the first time as an adult. Have you seen Cube?
The original or the remake?
The 1997 Canadian sci-fi thriller where a bunch of people are caught in a cube.
Yeah,
and then they move into.
I liked it a lot.
They move into other cubes within the cube, and then there's more cubes. I liked it. Design, acting is kind of one-dimensional. Yeah, the acting is one-dimensional, but the cube is three-dimensional, and the three dimensions of the cube offset the one dimension of the acting. It is what it is.
Rob.
It's fun, but
they remade it, which upsets me because the original was it didn't need touched. It was perfect the way it was.
Yeah, it had two sequels and then the 2019 Japanese remake, apparently.
Yeah.
What was the sequel? Cube Squared?
There was Cube 2 Unleashed, and then there's a prequel called First Cube or Cube Zero or something. Zero Cube. It's dumb. I don't know.
I'm with you, Rob. I liked it. I thought it was well done, and it didn't need a sequel. Nothing needs a sequel. Nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So here's something I might bring for the show. It's a Mel Gibson movie that came out in 2020 called On the Line. It's on Netflix. And
On the Line?
On the Line. He's a shock jock, midnight DJ who does a Fraser Crane type of. He does Mel Gibson. He does a Fraser Crane type of show, and then turns out this caller kidnaps his wife and daughter on this revenge arc, and it's poorly acted. There's lots of bad theater in it, but you will find out the reason why. It's got a twist, it's got a whole little, but you start realizing it is a masterclass in meta humor, and I should have seen the twist coming because I'm a fan of Frasier, and it reminded me of Frasier, but I didn't see it coming. And after an hour and 45 minutes, I went, "Oh, fuck you!" And then I was like, "Bravo!" Like it. And the reviews reflect. I think a lot of people tapped out like midway and gave it bad reviews, or they just don't like Mel Gibson. It was fucking great. Like it's everything it set out to be, but you need to have the patience for it to get the payoff. And I loved it. But it's got like a 20% critical and audience score. It went through the fucking ringer.
All right, Rob.
But I love it. I'm gonna throw it on the poll, and you guys will see. And then I've been watching most.
Not for a good movie. God.
For a bad movie. I'll bring it in for a bad movie, but I'm going to defend it. All right.
Oh, thank God, because 2020, we can't put it on for a good movie.
Yeah.
I was worried. All right, go ahead.
And then Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. We've been talking about that off air. It's fucking great. It's a repurposed Japanese game show, but like it's overdubbed like a riff tracks, and it's fucking hilarious. Lots of people get hurt, and it's just potty humor and toilet humor, and it's very juvenile, but it's very satisfying and cozy. And I like watching people get their faces smashed in when they're trying to run through doors when I'm going to bed. I don't know what this is about me, but I love it. That's where I'm at.
Me too. That puts me to sleep like a cup of hot tea.
Yeah.
No, I get that. All right, let's throw it to the binge aims, please.
The binge aims. Here we go.
Adam Barth, Kelsey Gooch, Aaron T. Pig, Brett Smurs, Greg Smurs, Stepper Jones, Court Chew, Josette Foot. And that's it.
How did Foot beat out Gooch?
It shouldn't have, but I did it so fast that I realized. I realized that I ran out of names, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I landed on Foot, and that's why I just gave it some space and said, "And that's it."
Well done.
Well done. Also, if you listen carefully, you want to rewind this episode. You can hear my metronome on GarageBand because I didn't have the presence of mind to turn it off quite yet. So you hear like two talks of a metronome in the very beginning.
That's how we do it here at theworstmovieevermade.com.
But I got it done. Let's start to the offensive minigame.
Yep.
You know, at this point in the show,
I don't feel anything. You? Me neither. You? Nothing.
So let's just jump to the offensive minigame.
All right.
Chucky Sheen from last week.
Right.
Or Truffle Crowe.
Just the actors?
Yeah. Who's more offensive?
I guess
Sheen,
I guess Charlie Sheen, because he became what he became, but he wasn't offensive in 1993. He was just like a guy who was in some movies.
I don't know. I didn't even know. Was he that offensive when he went crazy? He was just like, I do a lot of drugs.
No, but like it's all the crazy. AIDS. It's all the AIDS allegations that surfaced recently.
But he could have been back then too, you know.
Yeah, but like you know what, I am bipolar. I am manic depressive, and the height of his controversy, the really public one, he was having a manic episode. He was having a mental health crisis. And we're all like,
oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, like I can't. The AIDS thing, though.
Lives, right?
Yeah.
The whole HIV thing, probably like 300 or 400 women.
A lot of whores.
Yeah. Coke, not cola, or underfunded federales.
Wait a minute, what?
Coke, not cola.
Cocaine use in the 80s and 90s, or no cops in Unhinged.
No cops pissed me off way more.
Yeah, no cops.
All right, fair enough. Freddy Fire or Fat Fried Friend?
Freddy, because he didn't deserve it. Whereas like Nicolas Cage,
Eddie or Freddy, take your pick.
I would say Freddy's more offensive because he just happened to be related to this unthinkably bitchy woman who like couldn't say sorry. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree as well. All right, let's throw it to the movie comparison.
All right.
So what you're really trying to say
Deadfall or Unhinged? Rob, you won last week with a 5-star. You win this week as well with a 4.5. I hate you. So good job, Deadfall. Yeah. Offensive. We know that it is actually Unhinged with the offensive win for Friendly Fire and underfunded federales. Right. Dialogue. What was worse, guys? Deadfall or Unhinged?
Oh, Deadfall by a long shot.
Deadfall. Deadfall.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because Unhinged was just contrived. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't noteworthy, you know.
Oh, you're making my case. Making my case. Production. Deadfall, busted budget, or Unhinged, condescending to the audience.
Condescending pissed me off more.
I do agree. I was way more pissed. Like,
you can't blame a production for doing what it can only do with its resources that it has, whereas,
they were really trying to be film noir, and the dialogue fit film noir. It just wasn't good, but this was even worse.
Yeah.
Your day's gonna get a whole lot fucking worse when I'm done with you.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. What was acted worse? I think Nicolas Cage did a really bad job in the best possible way.
I think that was worse. The Cage movie was worse.
Deadfall is worse, but Nicolas Cage got the right answer with the wrong formula. I fucking loved it, but I know it's objectively bad. I'll give you that.
So did Russell Crowe.
Okay, Rob, he was entertaining, but he did not save the movie.
Bygones be bygones. What's the next question?
Okay, then.
Demerit, we have soap opera logic for Deadfall. We don't have one for Unhinged yet. What's the demerit?
Nowhere to escalate. I don't know.
Like, no police presence.
Yeah, Bob's is better. No police presence.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. I was trying to go full. Duration there, but no police presence.
It's been mentioned
Plus,
too many times.
Bob
to mention it now.
says, "Fuck the
police."
Police. With a capital P-O. All right. Well, then what's worse? What's worse? I should ask. Soap opera logic or no police presence / Bob says, "Fuck the police." What's worse?
I have to recuse myself. You guys vote.
Yeah. I don't know.
For the sake of efficiency, I'm just going to say whatever Rob says.
Is it a tiebreaker? Is it a tiebreaker?
It could send us to one. This is consequential.
I don't mind the soap opera logic if it's done well. Like, there's entertainment value there, and that's the lens I'm looking at it through. So I would say Unhinged pissed me off, or it rubbed me the wrong way with his demerit more.
Oh, okay. Well, I am going to rescind my statement and say that I am voting for Deadfall's soap opera logic. So, Bob, you tell us what was worse, Deadfall or Unhinged. It's on you.
Wait, this comes down to gun to head, right?
Gun to head.
That's a tiebreaker.
What would you watch first? Unhinged or Deadfall? I win either way.
I would watch Deadfall.
I would watch Deadfall 10 times before watching
because it's
Unhinged
so
once.
much more entertaining.
Yeah,
Cage is awful, but it's a worse movie. But okay, Deadfall. I'm gonna go with
exactly
science.
Exactly. Wow. Unhinged didn't win. Why is that? Because it's not that bad. Right? Chris wins again. Wow, what a win. Rob, why don't you plug us and throw it to Bob's last word before you say anything else about anything? Do that, because that's most important. We need the subscribers. We need the love. I need to drown you out so you can't say the thing that you're still hoping to say when I'm done talking. I hope you don't say it. Go ahead, Rob.
You can find us at www. I don't care if you want. I literally don't give a shit. www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We are on Instagram. We are on
I'm still going to want to win.
We are on Instagram, TikTok, all the major players for streaming. We're on YouTube. You can find us anywhere. Just go to www.theworstmovieevermade.com. You can email us. You could just there are giant universally known logos for all the different sources and places that we occupy. And if you just mash your fucking ham hocks on the screen to your desired colored and shaped button, you will find us, and we will see you, and we will hear you, and you can participate in our polls and watch our trailers. You are listening. I'm off the mic, sorry. You, our listening audience, www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Find us, and we'll find you too. Bob, what's your last word?
Rob. I think we needed that.
My last words are ample Aussie.
Ample Aussie.
Ample Aussie.
All right. And you know what? I've received some flack for having composed a theme song for the show, but playing my fuckery. So I'm gonna do it traditionally and just play the regular theme song.
Oh,
but
beautiful.
First.
Oh my God, it's Russell Crowe!
Oh my God, it's Russell Crowe! Oh my God! Why don't you go flush yourself down a toilet, you cunt?
Thanks, Shay. Thanks, Shmaine. My nose. Robin just feels right. Missed it.
High energy, you know?
Yeah, it is.
All I hear is garble.
And then you can't do cymbal swells on an E kit. So, like, it kind of chokes out at the end, you know? Anywho. All right.
So it's the Universal Soldier, right?
Oh, we never mentioned
God,
we are watching Universal Soldier next week, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye, Jelly Scoop.
We should have. We should have.
Did we not say anything?
We didn't until now. I hope our listeners
it's fine.
listen all the way to the end.
It's fine.
It's okay.